Hi everyone to my first vlog, and this one is Colorado edition. So basically started with us feeling pretty hangry because we had a flight at 5 in the morning and we hadn't eaten breakfast, so we found this place called Omelets Etc. And I was really craving a burrito, so I got one and it was so good. But the French toast, I have to say, were to die for. And honestly, already a good start to the trip. Then we drove to Colorado Springs to see an Air Force base. We got some Ziggy's coffee because there aren't any in Texas. And finally, we arrived to our Airbnb. We were going to stay with our family and some friends, so we each got our own room, and ours was downstairs and it had a family room, along with a foosball table. And overall, the house was really pretty. We tried visiting the Garden of the Gods, but it was so packed. It wasn't the best idea to go on a Saturday, but we did see a part of it on the outside, and we took some pictures with the Red Rocks. Then the next day, we headed to Seven Falls for a nice hike and to see the waterfalls and the insides of a mountain. And it was so cold, but the walk helped, and the views were so beautiful. I felt like it was such great motivation to keep walking. And there's a part where you can see the waterfalls up close, but for sure it is a 224-step climb or walk. Climb to the top. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a struggle, but if you are into leg day, then it is totally worth it. Here's a clip of me struggling so you could see how real it is up close.
I counted that. That was like 90 steps. Oh my gosh, my heart is beating really fast. I'm really tired. There's another 224 steps. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty.
We did make it to the top, and going down was a lot easier, but I had to just look straight ahead just so that I wouldn't get dizzy and freak out about falling. And all that exercise made us hungry. And can you believe that everyone was tired of eating burgers? I love burgers. And so we headed to a place called Atomic Cowboy, and we had their award-winning burgers called the Lights Out Burger with some waffle fries, and it was so mouth-watering. It was so good. It felt buttery and so savory. Then we ended the day heading to the Desert Reef Hot Springs. You're not allowed to record, but the water felt amazing, and I did feel my skin. I felt like my skin felt a lot smoother and rejuvenized. After a nice spa, the next day we were on our way to Denver, but first we stopped at Mountain Shadows for breakfast, and oh my goodness, the funniest thing happened here. Just for context, we're Mexican and we enjoy Mexican food, but we're aware that this isn't a Mexican food place, you know? I really wanted to try the French toast and the cinnamon roll, but one of our friends wanted huevos rancheros. So he ordered them, and when they came out, he was like, "What is this?" It was completely different from traditional huevos rancheros, and we told him they would be different. In the end, he said they were good, and the rest of us enjoyed the food too. In Denver, we went to a thrift store, and we found some really good clothing. And I saw this sign, which I thought was funny. No one else understood, so whatever. Then we arrived to my in-laws' house, and they made some tacos dorados for us. Delicious. I was very happy. The next day, we went to Boulder to try a pho place that my sister-in-law really likes. It's called Pho Kitchen. I enjoyed my brisket pho, and then I was cracking up. I was having a real good time because my friend said that he ate a fly. There was a fly that wouldn't leave him alone, and he thinks that he ate it. I don't know if he was kidding or not, but I thought it was hilarious. Then we had ice cream at Sweet Cow, and when we got home, the next day my mother-in-law surprised us with some homemade cochinita pibil, and we ate it in a torta. It was amazing. The next day we went to a small town called Lyons, and this is one of my favorite towns. We walked around, got a little hungry, and got some croissants and some bread from this market. Then we sat and enjoyed the campfire. Then we were on our way to Estes Park, and I will say, warning, the next 30 seconds will feel like a roller coaster. We arrived, and it was really cold. We entered some shops like this candy store called the Sugar Shack, then entered this beef jerky place. They let us sample some beef jerky, and we ended up getting some for our ride back home to Texas. And the walk was really nice. The streets are really pretty, and you can see the mountains. Okay, so real question. Do you guys like ice cream when it's cold? My husband and I do, and we kept looking for ice cream, but I think that it just wasn't meant to be. We were all feeling a little bit sad because our trip was coming to an end, but my in-laws were so amazing because they made us some chiles rellenos en nogada. It's a traditional Mexican dish with ground beef and nuts inside the pepper and a white sauce on top with pomegranate seeds. They were so delicious, and I'm kind of bummed because I didn't take a picture of inside the peppers. And we also went to this burger place called Pastrami King, and the pastrami burgers were so amazing, but I didn't vlog anything. I have just a video of us outside. I'm so sorry, but the burgers were so good, and I ate a lot of yummy stuff. Okay, and this is probably one of my favorites because I find it so hilarious, this story. So we were at the Denver airport and it has a Capital One lounge. And I never knew that you could access the lounge if you had a card. So I decided today was the day to take advantage. We enter the lounge and I'm checking everything, trying out everything, getting the foods, trying some drinks. And our friends didn't want to get anything. We only had 45 minutes to enjoy and we're all relaxing. And I see we have like 15 minutes before the gate closes. And I tell everyone, we need to go. So get whatever you want, pack. They have a station to get whatever to like pack and go. And I told everyone, like, just get whatever you need and like, we gotta go. And I see that everyone, including myself, we start panicking and we start grabbing sandwiches, drinks, croissants, like just everything. Cause we're like, oh my gosh, like for the flight right now. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And I tell everyone, we need to walk fast. And my husband is running. I'm after him. And our friends are in the back. And we arrived just in time. And the gate people are like, oh, just in time. We were about to close in 30 seconds. And everyone was mad at me. They were like, oh my gosh, we almost didn't make it. But I was like, hey, at least you guys came out with a free lunch. We arrived back to Austin and they took out their lunch and they started eating. And I was like, you know what? At least you're welcome. Thanks to me, y'all have a lunch right now. And so we just laughed and everyone headed home and that's a wrap. That was the rest of our trip.